Bianca Studios presents Black Love Baltimore. Welcome. This is where beautiful black couples come and share their love stories with the world from right here in our community. I am your host, Bianca, showcasing love, empowerment, real stories, and celebrating Black love in the Charm City. You see, I am just a gal who loves love, and I want to share love with all of you. Black Love Baltimore, this is season 1, episode 3, Tylesha and Ruben. This is their Black love story.
Hey, I'm Ruben,
And I'm Ty.
and this is our Black Love Story.
How did your Black love story begin?
Well, we actually met in elementary school. So I've known her from, we went to elementary school together, middle school, and high school. So I've pretty much known her all my life.
Your entire life, like basically, because you don't really know much before elementary school, do you? None of us do. Okay.
Okay, Tylesha, is that what happened?
All right, so we met in elementary school, middle school, and high school. We did all of that. But then when I left high school, I moved away. And so, like, we went our separate directions. So, from what I would say, like 10th grade, from 11th grade on until like 2024, which how many years is that? In that big old 10-year, whatever gap, we didn't talk. So, we had no communication. I will say that like you hit me up on Instagram a few years before we like kicked it off, just to check in and like how are you doing, stuff like that. And then um and then we just kind of just still did our own lives until like one day. It was in like 2023. And it was the right day apparently because he hit me up and we got to chatting and then we talked every day since then.
Wow. Not one day missed.
Well, other than when he went to boot camp.
Oh yeah, I mean
When he went to
clearly
basic
that's not even on
Yeah.
purpose. That's because you have to.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that from the day he messaged you to just check on you that y'all connected like that.
Yeah, that last time.
So what was it that he said that made you feel comfortable enough to not go a day without talking to him?
Yeah. I would say I was interested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So were you interested like immediately like I'm interested in really getting to know him because I like him?
So I knew I liked him before when we were kids.
Oh.
I'm an adult now, and I'm like, I have a whole different life.
Yeah.
Kids, all of that. But I knew back then I liked him.
Oh, okay.
And so I couldn't say in the moment that I still liked him.
Yeah.
But I was interested.
Yeah.
And so he hit me up, and we started chatting. And I was like, "Are you still funny?" I guess I was going through something. I needed a laugh.
Yeah.
I needed some like light into my world.
Yeah.
So I was like, "This is familiar. I remember I used to like you. What's up?" And so he was like, "Yeah." And so I gave him my number. And then we started texting. I was like, "Okay, this is nice." And then so like every day since then, we just always had something to talk about. Like we were learning each other, and we were just learning how different our lives was and the direction they went. And then also, I guess we just started liking things about each other. And like we finally had a time to really know each other. Because back then in school, we just, like glances and we were in each other's class smiling, laughing type of stuff. But we didn't know each other like that.
Were you hesitant when you DM'd her as to what her response would be? And did you have the same interest? Like I know you were like DMing to check on her, but were you also DMing her with interest as well? Like I really like this girl. Let me just check and see if she like me back.
So usually checking in, I never had like intentions on like, oh, I'm checking to, you know, potentially see if
Pursue.
she, yeah, pursue her in any way. This was just because usually the conversation didn't go as any further than me just, saying how are you doing and how you been and stuff like that. So, or just some random funny things I might say in her DM. But this time it just went further. And of course, I did think she was very attractive. So once we begin to chat and actually start to have those questions about, you know, what we've been through all these years, that's what came just very, very interested to me. And, you know, it was just, the flow with the conversation just became so natural that ever since like that day I messaged her, it was we just never stopped. So it was just it's a piece of cake.
3 years in, and he is definitely more than just a friend. Love grows, trust builds, bonds deepen. From a simple hello to forever.
So now we are sitting here in 2026. It's been a cool 3 years, right? How has the journey been thus far? Because both of you were coming from different situations where I can hear that there was some healing needed. And I'm guessing your laughter was definitely the healing she needed because she's glowing. So so how has the journey been thus far?
The journey has been great. I would say that. In most relationships, I'm pretty sure everybody goes through little challenges here and there. I think for me personally, the only thing I ran into as far as a challenge was, of course, going off to boot camp and AIT, where the communication, just dropped. Um, so it just became what really helped me out was receiving. We were sending letters to each other. So
Oh,
those letters are like that made me, for one, just know that she just really down for me to, because it was a thing during boot camp. The drill sergeants, they would they would basically throw out everybody's mail and joke around saying like, oh, if you didn't receive any mail, they must not love you. So
oh wow.
to actually be one of the people that's actually receiving mail during a time like this, um, that was just very a beautiful thing, and I always was looking forward to hearing about her, regardless of how
Yeah.
my day went. I just wanted to get that mail when it came, and it's been great. It's been a wonderful journey.
The communication was broken, but it was also like the communication was enhanced, like because to not be able to have verbal communication, like to hear somebody's voice is one thing, but I think it kind of took it back to back in the day, when everybody couldn't just make a phone call or send a text message, and people connected differently. They connected through letters, they connected in different ways, and you guys were gifted that opportunity, even though boot camp probably initially was like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because how long was it?
What was it for, like
6 months.
6 months?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
6 months of letters, just letters. Oh, you
Well,
still got to talk at some point.
yeah. So boot camp was, we can talk sometimes, but that's when the letters were. AIT, that was different because I can have my phone.
Oh,
So
okay.
It was every Sunday, maybe. If they didn't get their
Oh.
privileges taken, then it was
Oh,
every
okay.
Sunday for like an hour, maybe.
yeah, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you was probably on your best behavior.
Oh yeah, I need my phone.
Tylesha, tell us what it was like being away from Ruben for 6 months while he was in training. Love isn't easy when life takes you apart, but strong love builds stronger futures.
So it was interesting because, like you said, the communication improved a lot. Like we already used to talk a lot,
Mm.
and like in depth. All of our messages were like meaningful and had substance. But I think during boot camp, it was just like, all right, let me get all of this information that I have to tell you that happened this week in this letter. But then at the same time, just being taken in the moment, like, okay, looking forward to the mail coming. And I'm like, all right, I'm checking the mail every week. Like, all right, every couple of days, sending the kids to check the mail. And so when I would get a letter, it would be like super exciting. And then like I kind of, just my days and weeks were just going past. But I think I was just more intentional with making sure the things that I wanted to say, or show appreciation and just be positive. And I was doing like all this stuff internally because when someone's with you, you can kind of take them for granted. You can kind of like just not appreciate it as much as you should because it's like, oh, you're there, you're right there, whatever. So me, I am a person that loves space. I do. So like this was a test for myself too, to understand like how much space that I actually required. And so I learned a lot about myself during this time. And like just getting out of a relationship before him where I did have a little bit more space in a sense. But so when we got together, it was just like we were a lot closer. It's like the closest relationship I've ever been in because like we were in sync and we were just wanting to be together. So this was like a test to like, all right, where do I lie on the clinginess meter, or where do I like what do I actually need? So I learned a lot about myself. So I did appreciate the communication, but I also appreciated the distance and time that I had to.
So when the 6 months was over and you guys were able to see each other, I got to see a clip of that and it was just so beautiful. The tap out.
Um,
That was so absolutely beautiful.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I've died every day waiting.
Tell me from not just what I saw and I thought, but how did you feel in that moment? Because as of this moment, you two are on a journey to the altar. So was it that moment that you guys reignited after the 6 months that you knew? Well, you proposed, Ruben. So was it at the end of the 6 months that you knew, like, oh no, this is my person?
yes, definitely. That's a moment, you know, I'll never forget at all. The emotions that build up in that moment, um, it makes me emotional thinking about it right now. Just how long I had went, what I had to go through to get into the military. That it was because I was actually trying to get in the military for over like 5 years. I had to go through different hurdles to get there. With you know, um, doctors needed certain documents from me and stuff like that. I was taking the ASVAB several times, and then I didn't just go straight to boot camp. I had to go through a program that helped me to max out my ASVAB score. So I go there first, and then I finally go to boot camp and AIT, and it was knowing that she stuck with me through this journey. She was always like before I left. Um, I was always back and forth like I'm not gonna do this. It's taking too long. And no matter what decision I had made, she was always in my corner and supporting me. So um, my mom and Ty had was there for the tap out, and once I saw Ty, that was just it was such a you know it was I was it's hard to explain. Like I would just like I missed her so much, and I just thought about like everything I've been through, and then to see my mom with her, that's when I just definitely just started, breaking down and crying. Um, but yeah, it was a shock, definitely a good old shock.
Okay, so how did it make you feel seeing Ruben for the first time after 6 months and being able to embrace your man?
I was really excited. I was super excited to go there. I was really just proud because just like reading his letters, there's so much like he gave me a lot of detail of like what he had to go through there.
Oh
And
yeah.
at first, I'm like, that's crazy because I don't think I could have made through any of that. And so like just knowing that he had to do all of this, and then like here we are, like time is moving, time like you're checking boxes and all of that. So I was just really proud to be there, and just proud that he made it, and proud that like it's a one thing accomplished, and all right, now we're going to the next thing. And just like you make it through that, you're gonna make it through this. And then
Mm.
it is set like, I guess, a point in my mind and in our relationship that no matter what, you can make it through. Like you did this. And so I always kind of use it as a base point to reflect back to. And be like, well, you got through basic training. A lot of people can't do that. They quit or they don't even want to do it because of basic training. It's like you did that, so why can't you do this? And I kind of just like, just compare it to different things.
Okay, so what is next in your journey? So you guys have made it through basic training. You guys
Mm-hmm.
have made it through a lot in 3 years, honestly. So what is next in your journey?
Right now is getting through this wedding
Ooh.
because we just close. We almost there.
What would I do
There
without
you go.
your smile? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning. No kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that
Why it took you
beautiful
forever to sing this
mind?
song?
I'm on a magical mystery ride, and my head's spinning. No kidding. What's the words?
I don't know the actual words of this.
What? My head's underwater, but I'm breathing
The
fine.
first time.
I'm fine.
I've been waiting for this moment. This October, 14 days, well, October 14th, coming up. You know what that is? That's our anniversary. I felt like being around these people that's so close to you. It's been an amazing, amazing 2 years.
What was that?
What was
What was
that?
that? What was that?
Come
One more
back, come
time. We
back.
didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes,
There we
girl.
go. You said what?
Nothing.
You like it?
I do. I like the emeralds. Y'all all up in my shit.
Yeah.
So getting through the wedding, enjoying that, honeymoon, and then he actually gets deployed, next, in January. So yeah, we got like what, 4 months?
2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we got like,
Another test of time.
yeah, another, this deployment's gonna be for 11 months. Yeah, so
Oh.
this is a bigger test.
Yes.
Um, but
Nothing to a
Yeah,
giant.
I'm not
Yes.
concerned. I'm not
And
worried.
you're going into this test. You went into the last test as a girlfriend.
Right.
You're going into this test as a wife. You
Mhm.
going into this test as a husband.
Mhm.
Oh my, as a husband and a dad.
Mhm.
Like that's a
Mhm.
yeah. Put your chest all the way out and
Mhm.
walk into this test.
Yeah.
What advice would you give another couple pertaining to preparation for basic training and the challenges you face as a couple?
I think the best thing you can do going into there is just you want to have the right mindset. A lot of people, well, for one, mostly the people that are going are kids. So these are 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
Mhm.
Um, I was more prepared as a older adult than the most young kids will go through. But I say it just depends. Like if you're an 18-year-old and you're in a relationship going into boot camp, that's probably not the best thing to be doing. It could still potentially work out, but you definitely, you know, you have to be thinking straight. It's going to be a lot going on as far as just not being able um, to talk to your family, your friends, and um, people tend to struggle with that. So uh, it's just having a clear mind when you go in there. That's the best way to actually deal with going to boot camp. Uh, and yeah, that's really it. Just you got to focus. You got to put it on your focus.
Okay, so you are going into this as a mom. Clearly, you have some beautiful daughters. Are we
Mhm.
looking forward to having a beautiful baby boy?
Um, maybe. So, so yeah, that's a possibility. So when he gets back from deployment, actually, after that year, we're looking to move to North Carolina. And
Okay.
so once we move to North Carolina and get situated and settled there, that'll be like the time. And
Okay.
so we'll revisit this
Yeah.
idea.
Make sure
Yeah.
you revisit back to Bianca's baby booming
Hmm.
advice.
Ruben, how does it feel becoming a bonus dad?
So, how does it feel becoming a father of these beautiful daughters? Are you a first time dad? Because I don't know this. Are you a dad already?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So, do you have girls or boys?
I have a girl and a boy. So
Oh,
I
okay.
did have experience, you know, in my last relationship with, um, stepdaughter. Not to say call it that, um, but I'm always been that someone that loved children. So you know, being around and being extra help, extra dad, um, came natural. You know, I'm their kangaroo as they call me. But I love it. I love the little ones. They bring light to the world. They bring light into me. You know, so it's
They bring light into me. Like, can we hashtag that or something? That's beautiful. Definitely.
Tylesha, this question is for you. Share with us your journey of blending motherhood and a new relationship together. How has that journey been?
Okay, one of the hardest things for a mom to do is to have a relationship, start a new relationship with someone else, and to implement that into her household and make her children feel comfortable as well as making her new mate feel comfortable. How has that journey been for you?
So one of the biggest journeys by far. Because becoming a mom and knowing what I did not want to do and how what I believe like kids should have stable environments and stuff is what kept me in my last wrong relationship so long. Like I stayed there for my kids. I stayed there to provide them what I thought they needed and also just out of fear of bringing them around anybody else. Like I felt like, all right, y'all are safe here. Y'all are protected here. There are no possibilities of anything going wrong. And like so until I really thought about it and understood that I was projecting my fears onto them, um, that I am good enough to protect them. I'm already doing the work. I'm already instilling them with knowledge and everything that they need to be able to communicate with me effectively. And so when I started talking to Ruben, I got, it was my first time like actually putting myself out there, um, to be open to a thought. And when I first started talking to him, I like those weren't the intentions at all. But like after like getting to know him, I'm like, okay, I can see a possibility of something. And then I was just like, okay, well this is not as scary as I thought it was. So maybe I can do this. And then like just as time goes on, later down the line, and I decide, all right, I'm about to do this. Um, I just say we gonna figure this out together. Like I don't have to have all the answers, but I know what I need to um, have like conversations. Me and him had lots of conversations. Me and them had lots of conversations. We even had conversations with all of us together, just to be as transparent and honest as possible with my fears and my concerns and my wants and wishes. And we have no problem with just communicating that, and without it being like weird or, you know, just disrespectful or anything.
You've
So
already laid down
yeah,
that foundation of
yeah,
making it a comfortable
yeah,
conversation.
exactly. And so, so yeah, bringing them into this, introducing them to him, um, was okay. And I felt like I didn't go back and forth whether I should do it. I did confide in family, definitely, and they were pushing me like, just do it. No, you deserve it. And no, they really liked him, so they're like, please just do it. And they may have pushed me a little bit more to do it. And but I was okay with it just because like I believe you're a good person, and I would never put myself or my kids or anybody that I love in a position if I didn't fully trust it. And so I know I had to trust myself though. I had to trust that um, I knew, like I could feel it. I could feel when something was right. I could feel when something was wrong, and I didn't feel anything wrong. So that's what I had to do. And so by doing that, like I said, we all incorporated. We just put it in. We just went and did it. We just put in the work, the communicating skills that we needed to do it, and we just did it, and it's been working. Like it's good.
Can we talk about who comes first, your kids or your mates? Okay, one of the hardest things also with motherhood is when you do get a new mate, is making, I don't know if it's the decision or choice or just trying to balance both motherhood and your relationship. And so we see in the world that we have today, there's a controversial statement of who comes first, like your man comes first or your kids come first. I'm curious to know how Ty feels about that statement. Which statement really applies to Ty?
Okay, so there's like a lot of layers there.
There
I'm
are.
gonna answer the question, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like
Your layers. Go
yeah,
ahead.
layers.
Okay, we.
Okay, so kids come
Okay.
first.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
They never had a choice in this. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a choice whether I would stay with their dad or whether I moved on. They didn't have a choice to be born. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I am responsible for them. I'm responsible for myself. He's responsible for himself, you know, but I am responsible for them. So they have to come first because they don't have the tools or just the experience or anything to be able to take care of themselves. So I am responsible for them. They have to come first. Um, Now, with that said, I do believe that not everything has to have an order because the way that life works on a day-to-day plan is that you're just doing the best that you can every moment of the day. So you know the whole debate with who gets the plate first. You know, do you feed
That's
your
the main one,
husband? Do you feed your
yes.
husband or do you feed your kids? Any mom that know these kids, the kids that she has, knows that they're eating different things. They're all eating different things. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, but they're eating different things. They're eating at different times. I'm eating less. because depending if I have the youngest who's a toddler, she's impatient. She's probably eating while I'm cooking. Or I'm trying to feed her so she can get out the way so I can finish cooking. So the main meal may be the meal that we're eating. Kids don't want that. Or if they do, they want to hurry up and eat. You try and get them to bed. So they're eating first. They're eating first. They're eating during dinner. They're eating, and you want to just enjoy your food sometimes by yourself. So even if it's just me and I'm scarfing my food down, in between or afterwards, whether like I don't feel like it has to have an order. Like who would you choose if this or that happened? Like I don't feel like in that moment you're thinking who's more important, because I don't think that order means that. I think it just means that as long as you are taking care of people or the things that can't take care of themselves, like that's it. Like if you're going to run out and there's a fire, you're gonna grab the baby first. The big girls, come on, let's go.
That's
But
right.
that baby gonna need some help.
Mm-hmm.
So you help who needs help first.
Love that answer.
I don't understand why he can't eat after the kids. Like,
Yeah.
and if he has a problem with like, oh, I need to eat first, then obviously you're not the right person to have kids in the house.
Absolutely. Agreed. Absolutely. And if you think that way, like if you were to think not, and I'm not even, because I didn't even ask you, but if that, I know it can't be because you're sitting next to Ty, but if you were to think, if he was to think that way, it would be for you to immediately say like, okay, this is not the person for me because I'm not that kind of mother that I'm going to even. Yeah, so it's like easy is 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like you know your place in her life. You know where you are. Whether she fix your plate first or last, you know your place in her life, and I don't think that would change how it would make you feel. You know what I mean? Even if, and I mean, let's just take the kids out of it. Even if it were just the two of you, and you went in the kitchen and fixed your plate and didn't fix his, it still shouldn't make you feel like, damn, like she just don't love me. You know what I mean? I
Because
feel
there's still food here.
yeah, like I fixed the whole
Said I can get
meal.
up myself, fix my
Yeah,
own plate.
right. And little things like that honestly bring division in couples, and it is so unnecessary because
I'd be so surprised, like stuff like that
Yeah.
can really divide a couple.
yeah,
Like it matters that much. Like these little things matter so much. Like
yeah,
even when it comes to like, all right, we're cooking, and he'll wash the dishes afterwards,
yeah,
and then it's just like it doesn't need to be begged for. Like it's
yes,
just like, all right, well I'll do this,
yeah,
or like doing the things like that I hate doing. Like we could compromise on certain things. Like what are the things do you not like to do?
yeah,
What are the things you don't mind doing? What are
yeah,
the things you actually like doing? All right,
yeah,
I hate cleaning the bathroom,
mm,
so he cleans the bathroom.
yes,
I don't enjoy washing the dishes. I don't like cooking either, but I'm a cook, and you can do the dishes.
yeah,
But it's something that it doesn't have to be a big thing or mean this and that and
yeah,
like gender roles and all that stuff. Like it doesn't have to be that. It
yeah.
could just be what works and what is get us through the day.
Yeah, yeah. And I think if more couples even like if they allowed it to be natural like that, because that's like a natural thing. The way you just said it, I'm sure it comes naturally. If you're cooking, then you're just gonna go ahead and come behind her and wash the dishes. Something natural.
Yeah.
And even if he wasn't to come behind you and wash the dishes, it's like you're not gonna hate him and now y'all are arguing. I feel like when it's like put in to even a conversation, then it makes it feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I see a lot of that with couples. I see a lot of couples that fall apart from just the smallest detailed thing that another person isn't doing, that they want them to do, and they put that on the same scale as, oh, they don't love me. Like, oh, they don't care. Oh, like when it doesn't even have anything to do with that. You know what I mean? You can just be tired and don't feel like getting up to wash the dishes that particular day. Like, I just had and it could be a mentally hard day for you, and you just like saw her cook and you didn't go wash the dishes, but Ty, if she was to be like, dang, Ruben, you didn't wash the dishes and you saw I was cooking, like little things like that
Yes.
separate couples, and it's so unfortunate. So
Yeah.
I love that. That's not something clearly like y'all are just like organically, naturally like no, like whatever works with us that day at that time,
Right.
that's how it flows and that's how it should flow so that it can always be natural and organic and not even to be expected. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, you washed the dishes for me yesterday. You're not gonna wash the dishes for me today. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I love that.
Talisha, what advice would you give a woman whose partner is going into basic training? What helped you get through?
Um, so you always hear like stay busy, be intentional with what you're going to do within that time. Surround yourself with family, uh, and just dig deeper into finding out what you can get from this. So a lot of people, especially when compromising in a relationship, they're always thinking about like how does this benefit me and how like what can go wrong if this happens and all of that, but going into like if he's, I guess it's a benefit in both ways because he's doing this for to better himself and also to be able to provide a future, you know, have benefits for a future for us. So okay, so what can I get out of this, other than just me, but like what can I learn from the experience? And so just having these thoughts and really figuring out who you are and what you want out of life, that will help. But also, you know, just getting close to people that want to be close to you, and support you. And then, like, so him coming home to everybody welcoming me home, welcoming him, wow, welcoming him home, also that feels good. So you're trying to make this, that's what my intentions were, like to try to make this one big family and support system for him too, and for us. So because when he come out of it, it's a us, you know. So yeah, just staying busy and just digging deep with inside yourself and figuring out what you want to do.
And that's exactly what you're gonna be doing in a few months. I can see the intentions already laid out. Like, let me just go
Yeah.
ahead and lay this out for
Yeah,
myself.
like for sure. Like with his deployment, like I already know
Yeah.
what I want to do. Already understand how I'm gonna spend that time.
Yeah.
So like I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
Really, like am I gonna miss him? Yeah, but like I'm already, these weeks and months are accounted for
Yeah.
me. So like I'm being very intentional with it.
Yeah.
And so when he gets back, like yeah, look at all this that I've done. Like I
Yeah.
now we are prepared to make this next step.
Yeah.
You did your part, here's my part, and then this is where we are.
Share with us the journey to the wedding day. Every love story is unique, and every journey is filled with lessons, growth, and moments that shaped what's to come. The ups and downs, the decisions, the prayers, and the preparation. What has your journey to the wedding day been like?
I guess we could start with the hardest part here. Of course, this is a very expensive thing.
Of course.
So, you know, just keeping up with it.
We
You
have
know.
two separate answers.
And of course you would. The man is always like, the money
We have
is
two
what
separate answers.
I'm definitely
But
thinking about.
you know, it's not like we know that's gonna get done regardless. Like it's so it is what it is with the expenses and everything. Um, as far as what I look forward to the most, I think it's definitely gonna be the most uh, wonderful experiences I've been through. Um, just because like I have close cousins that never been married. My brother, he's just did the courthouse route, so he never had a real wedding. I think I'm the only actually cousin um, in my family as far as the male cousins that's actually going to have a real wedding. So it's going to bring all of us together, and that's going to just be a time that I won't ever forget. And I'm and marrying her, of course. This is just it's gonna be everything, and I can't wait. It's getting real close to it, and it's just as
Exciting.
the days go on and go by, it's just looking forward to it even more.
All right, so for me, yes, it's expensive, but I'm definitely a person like, oh, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. It doesn't matter because I want this. When I want something, I want it, and when I have a vision, I want it to be done, and I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to get that what I want. So for me, it's a little bit more emotional because when Ruben proposed in October, I already knew that I wanted to get married that next year. So like this, I guess is a what 10 months planning period. So for me, I wanted to get married sooner than later because I wanted my grandmother to be there. My grandmother was not, in the best shape. And so I knew like I'm gonna throw a crazy ass wedding. Like, yes, I probably would have done this otherwise, but I think it just drove me even more, even further, just to be like, I'm gonna represent. Like, you about to come to this fun party. It's gonna be beautiful. Everything is gonna be like I'm representing her. And so, unfortunately, of course, she passed away in January. So she's not gonna be at the wedding, but it's still motivating me even harder to be like, nah, this is still gonna be great. Like, this is gonna be great. It's expensive as fuck. Yes, it is. But it's worth it to me. Like, it's worth the experience to me. Like, I want everyone there to feel happy. I want everyone there to feel excited. I want everyone there to just say, wow, this is a nice time. They are happy. They like, just like, of course you can do that with a smaller budget. You could. But I don't know. I just want the things that I want. And since I decided to go big or go home, like, I'm going to finish it out. And yeah. So that is the hardest part about this whole wedding thing. It's like, especially when you have days when you wake up and it's like, I don't have it. Like, I don't have anything to give because, like, you wake up and he's like, I don't have anything to give because, like, I'm not that I'm doing all of this, but like, the one person I wanted to be there won't be there. So it's just like, how do I keep going doing this? And so that's hard. So some days I wake up and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And then some days I wake up and it's like, no, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be so fun. Like, all my favorite people, all of our people coming together. Like, yeah, like, I am gaining people in my life, because I've also been very, I guess, I don't even know if I was just insecure with like whether people really fuck with me. And I am learning that people fuck with me. And so, so losing the closest person in my life to me, and you know how you can have time and just like, I feel this world feels lonely. It feels lonely without her. But then it's just like, no, because look at all these people just showing up. And checking on me and like asking, how's the weather? I know that's like an automatic thing to say, but then actually asking details and like just saying like, oh, you doing great. Like, I'm proud of you. And it's just comforting. So it's just like, I feel that the wedding's going to be fun. It's going to be cute. It's going to be all that, but it's going to be just comforting. It's like a big hug. That's how I see it. And so, yes, I'm just excited for it to come and just for it to just be like, oh, we did that. Like, just look what we did.
That's gonna be the best part. That, oh, look what we did. Like, we got through that. We made it through that. That is definitely gonna be the best part because it's everything else is exciting. Yeah. But the moment of being next to each other and accomplishing this big goal together and being able to like take a deep breath, that is like a woosah. It's such a beautiful moment. So I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited to be there because Bianca's gonna be up in the building.
How do you protect your relationship from outside opinions and negativity? Every relationship will be seen, discussed, and sometimes judged. What keeps yours strong in the midst of it all?
Oh, that's a great question.
Do you have any of that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we have that. We don't have negative opinions, I don't think.
Oh, we actually like...
Everyone's supportive of us.
It was so weird. because like when we first started dating, of course, people in our hometown know who we are. So when people had found out that we were actually dating, they were like, "Oh, y'all the perfect couple, the perfect match. Y'all look so great
Oh,
together."
that is
It was
beautiful.
it was
Yeah.
it was
So much
so much
support.
support. It was so that was never a real issue that we ever had. 'Cause
Mm-mm.
so
No, like I literally can't think of anything. I
And you
can't.
two are actually like I can see how people can say that because I mean I'm getting to know you, Ruben, but Ty is like her bubble is so beautiful. It's like how could you even come over here with any negativity? And she has like this Xena. Oh my gosh, you guys probably don't know who
yeah,
Xena is, but the Xena like super like pow. I'm gonna just shield off any
Mm-hmm.
negative energy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't see negative energy actually even getting close enough to you to affect you, either of you. And then together, I mean, you bring like this calm peace that she already has, so it just illuminates it. So yeah, the bubble is just thicker. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Have either of you had to heal from past relationship trauma before this relationship? And if so, how did that help this relationship?
So funny thing is, I
Both of
think
us.
we were both doing that. So when we first started talking, I was actually trying to get back to my family. So it wasn't just a jump into a relationship thing with Ty. We were actually getting to know each other, and we wanted to know. I wanted to know, how her life was with who she was with, and her kids and everything, and what I was doing for myself. Like my daughter lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, um, and I was just telling her about my mistakes and that I want to do everything I can to get my family back. So she was always very supportive of that, but once it came down to me talking to her more and everything, that all just you know I didn't have that desire no more. I was fighting way too long anyway to get my family back, and it just it came something very simple. The more we talk, that I can let go of that because I've been mistreated with that in general. So yeah, it was.
So yeah, so in the beginning we weren't trying to date. We were friends first for sure. Just getting to know each other. And I was at the end of my relationship with my girl's dad. Um, so actually I was in a poly relationship. So um, I had another partner there as well. And I of course like I knew it was over for a very long time. But like I said, I stayed for the security of my kids. Like I and the fear of moving on and all of that. So that's why I stayed. Was I there romantically, emotionally? Not at all. Like I was a doula. I was homeschooling my kids. I was like homeschooling other kids. We were always out the house, just moving around. So it was not. It wasn't a relationship. It was a roommate situationship. And so I took my emotions out of it. I took out like I didn't think like I was good with not having any type of intimate relationship with anybody. Like I got so accustomed to not getting that I was okay with none of it. And so I wasn't looking for it. I was at peace with doing what I wanted to do with my kids and my passion with being a doula and the babies and stuff. So like I was good. So when I started talking to Ruben and we started bonding and clicking, right away I still didn't think, oh, I'm gonna be with him. It was more so like, oh, you're interesting. Because I'm kind of a therapist in another life, I guess. So like his story intrigued me. So I was like, oh, you're trying to get your family back? Well, what's going on? And so he's just telling me the ins and outs of like what his ex is saying and what he did, and I'm critiquing it. I'm like, well, you kind of messed up here. Maybe try to come at another angle. Maybe you need to give her space. Well, what she really means is this. I'm just like tearing it apart, like really trying to get him there. And I was like, you need to work on yourself. You need to work on this. And so at the same time, still telling him, like, this is what I'm dealing with, but I don't want this. Like, this is just the same old. It's been 11 years. We're good here. Like, we're good. Um, but so then, yeah, we just talked more and more, and then we actually started like catching feelings for each other, like real feelings. I'm like, oh, you still trying to get your family back? Because I'm about to dip. Yeah, I'm about to dip. So like, what's up? And so like we end up like I was in Atlanta at the time and he was in Maryland. So it was a long distance relationship too. On top of everything. So that, and then when I would come home for holidays, you know, we see each other and we're like, okay. And then one day I woke up, literally decided to leave. I decided that I was leaving that because it didn't serve me anymore. It didn't serve my kids anymore. And it was just a clear sign that I should go. Like, and I didn't look back. So I left and I moved back to Maryland. And, you know, as I'm picking up my life, trying to get my life restarted with 3 kids on my own, he supported me through that by just being there emotionally. And that was enough for me to understand what I needed to understand about love, real love. And so, because I didn't really understand what I guess love was with a intimate partner in a relationship. I understood love by like parents. I knew how much my parents, grandparents loved me. I understood that unconditional type of love, but I never understood love with a partner, a romantic love. And so I learned that, and I was just like, okay, so yeah, so Ruben and getting with him, it just definitely just taught me a lot. And I struggled with my ex after I left, of course. We had a lot of hiccups, even with his ex, and just them not understanding what's going on here. And we made it through that. And now me and my ex are in a better place, co-parenting. So like everything came full circle because it was supposed to.
Is it important for you to pass down traditions and values that were instilled in you, or are you creating your very own?
They may be developing as we go in a bit. Because the only thing I can really think of is like he's religious. I'm not. I don't, you know, conform to any religion, but I am very open-minded when it comes to religion, and I respect others, everybody's choice and beliefs. Um, I am more spiritual than anything, so like I understand that of course there is something higher than all of us, and so with that I can respect, you know, anything that he brings to me. We can have conversations about religion. We can have conversations and thoughts and stuff, and without, you know, getting offended with it, because like I said, we both understand we came from different paths and now we're here together. So why not, you know, try to get understanding of even what we want, where we want to go with this. So
You feel the same?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I know I don't know. Well, I think people will have and struggle with that, like having different belief systems and how can they actually match together and still have different beliefs. But um, you don't have to, you know, you don't. That's not. You definitely don't have to have the same beliefs to be joined together and romantic and together and all that good stuff. So
And I love the creating as you go type of journey, you know. So
mm-hmm.
I think that's a healthy journey, also because you're not like pushing your beliefs on each other or even making each other feel like you have to believe how I believe if
Right.
you're learning as you go.
I
If
would
you're
never
like,
tell her that she has to believe what I believe in at all. Like this, not even a question.
I feel like it comes down to also just treating each other like they're human, and you are your own entity. You are your own being. So with that, I am gonna believe things and feel things that you may not agree with, but still respecting me enough to understand that okay, that's what you believe and that's how you want to go about things, let's agree to disagree and still have that respect and love for each other. Because like, yeah, I can't force myself to believe what you believe. Well, we can't force that. Like we naturally don't, because we're two different people. Like we don't have to literally be the same in everything. We are similar, but we are also very different. We think very different. We operate very differently, and it still works because we have that space. We have the safe space where we can be different together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you create that safe space to be able to be different together, to be able to allow each other the comfortability of, like, it's okay for you to have your opinion and it's okay for me to have my opinion? Because and I ask this question because there's always like debates, like with couples that lead to arguments. Like one of the things I don't do is I don't debate. I don't talk about politics. I don't like to talk about what's going on in the world in the relationship, because it's like those opinions that are formed in those situations could lead to an argument. So something like what you guys are saying, like it seems like you created a safe space to not argue about those things.
Yeah, I think what created the safe space is just having open communication. Like I think we communicated so much and so well in the beginning, and like not, you know how you get with someone and you're giving your best of everything. I am this, I am great, these are all my good attributes, and you're trying to impress the person because you want to be with them. We from the jump didn't want to be with each other, so we are literally being raw and honest about everything. So we naturally built a friendship, and then within that friendship, built trust, and that's where it was created. So now that we're in a relationship, we have all these other layers to it. We still have that where it started. I do like to debate. I don't do politics or anything like that because like it goes so much deeper, and I feel like, hey, anybody can be right about anything. And so I am very open-minded, so I am very intrigued with people's mind. I'm intrigued with how they got to where they are in life, like what experiences they experienced to make them who they are. And so just hearing people talk, it makes you learn them a lot more.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
I like to hear that, especially if I'm close to you. I want to know. And it's random things. It can be the craziest thing that I can think of, and I'll just ask you a question and play devil's advocate. Like, even if I don't believe it, well, why did you say that? What makes you think that? Just because I am interested, and me being interested in you is a compliment in itself. I'm just
Believe that. I believe that.
Last night actually, but it's just because I have this the love I have for Ty. Like I don't, not to say that a debate and you arguing for no reason, but I don't have to argue with her unless it's something we're actually going through, or like you know somebody screws up. That's the only time I feel like I need to be having an argument because I love her so much. So you know I'm learning. I'm trying to learn how to, when the debate gets heated, to know. Well, she already knows I don't never have any ill intent, so that's what it makes me comfortable to keep trying to have the debate because it's never something that I'm trying to knock her down or tell her that she's completely wrong or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it will come.
he doesn't want to hurt my feelings. And see,
Okay.
me, I'm like, but I want to get to know you, whatever you're not, naturally saying. So that's
Yeah.
why I dig. I don't dig just to like prove something. I
Yeah.
dig because I want to know what you don't naturally, what you hold to yourself.
Yeah. I get you, Ty.
Yeah,
I get you. Yeah.
I'm interested in that. Like, because also I've been the person to build up resentment. Because all my life, like I was shy, I was quiet, I held so much in for all of my life. So
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be that person and not share everything, and then hold that in, and then it's blow up some other type of way.
Yeah.
Or I learned that like people that haven't even asked me how I feel. So I always want to have the platform and opportunity to give someone a voice.
Yeah.
And so for me, yeah. So like, yeah, I know I will have to learn how to like, all right, not right now. Just tell me not right now. But then let's
Yeah.
circle back because I'm still
You
having
gonna
questions.
circle back? No, I still want to know though.
I still want to know, but
I
like
still want to know.
let's
Yeah,
table it and
yeah,
then yeah. But yeah.
yeah. But I get that the digging because you really want to know, to just know what's in there, to not leave room for conversations that they're gonna like conversations he's gonna have with himself or
Mm-hmm.
someone else that he could have with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that that's something that also can bring division, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time I think it is also okay to have some things to yourself, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But because literally I was thinking the other day, like, if people if even within my relationship, like, if my wife knew some of the things
Thoughts.
that
Yeah.
go on in my
Yeah.
mind, like, if she, yeah, would be mind blown, so I can see you, like, you'll probably be looking at him like, no, he's thinking of something, like, you'll
Mm-hmm.
know, no,
Mm-hmm.
something is going on in their head, like, what's
Oh no,
going
she
on.
definitely knows what I'm thinking. Like
I could tell, like,
Mm-hmm.
she's like zeroed in,
I
she
was
could
like,
be
what
it's
you thinking about?
it's weird, very weird,
Nothing.
but
You thinking about something? What you thinking about?
I can tell, yes. And it's like you probably be thinking like, damn, should I really share everything I'm thinking? Or how do I
Let me just give her
categorize what I want to
something to
give
get
her?
her to
Right.
stop.
Like, what can, and then she's so good that she's like, no, give me everything. Because that's not all that you were thinking about.
Or like when I can tell something bothered him, or if we're having a
Oh.
conversation with other people,
Mm
and then I can feel his. I'm very well at picking up energy, so I
hmm.
can feel his
Mm.
energy shift, and I'm like,
Mm.
and I won't try to bring attention to it, but I will make a mental note of it, and so
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, his energy shift when this was said at this moment. So let's circle back to that later.
Who would be the one to likely start an argument and who would be the one to likely end it?
I don't know. We don't actually argue, but if it's going to be like she's going to start the argument, I'm just going to probably end it.
Let me just tell the truth. Yes, I started. And not in with the intentions to have an argument. I'll say that. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to argue either. Like we both going to try to avoid it at all costs.
Mm
But yeah, it's gonna be me.
hmm.
Which of the two of you work the hardest at keeping the spark alive in your relationship?
Probably Ruben.
Yeah.
Are you the romantic?
Lovely dovey. Yeah.
Oh,
He's probably
Ruben.
too, a little too much, but she deserves all the love.
Oh my gosh. You sound like Uncle George. Oh my God. Who is the one to be the funniest when you're not supposed to be funny?
Okay, so I have a problem with inappropriate timing, and I have very dark humor. Um, yeah. But he'll try to be silly when I'm overstimulated, if that counts.
I do.
It do. It can. If you could label your partner with a warning label, what would that warning label say?
Good question.
Warning label.
Yeah, warning label, like warning. Hmm.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing. There's nothing. He's just perfect. She's just perfect. There's no warning sign needed.
I can't think of it.
Okay.
Okay, let's come back to that
Who's
one.
more dramatic?
I
Me.
do.
Yeah, we did that one.
Oh, you did do that one.
Yeah.
Okay. If your relationship was, sorry, they rock my arms. Okay, wait. If your relationship was a song, what would the title be?
Uh,
He's a person that make you think.
this is us.
This is us.
Get what you get.
What is your partner's funniest habit?
Huh.
Funniest habit.
Yeah, something that we do all the time that's funny. Um, he likes to change his voice a lot when he's talking and he's telling a story. He can go from very deep to very high to just changing it and all the facial expressions. Very
Okay.
expressive. Mm.
Yes, that makes him dramatic too, though. Then.
She doesn't have to do much to make me smile. I just look at her smiling and
That's not the question.
Oh,
no,
that was so
it's,
cute.
That wasn't the question. That
funny.
wasn't the question.
But
That
as
was
far
the
as
question.
being funny, you smiling makes me laugh and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Who? Okay, wait. Who is the one that's most likely to fall asleep when you are?
Yes.
Oh my!
I fall asleep on anything. Literally.
Dang.
It's a condition, I guess.
Yes, I use that too. I'd be like, I'm a dark electric. What is the funniest thing you ever argued over that you realized was just dumb?
Last night.
Oh my god!
I don't think we.
I don't think we
Yeah.
can say this on here.
Oh my! You're just Bianca Studios.
Let's
Oh.
just say, like I said, devil's advocate. Keep that in mind. We were drinking a little bit, and we're on the phone with my best friend JJ, having a great time, talking stuff. And then for some strange reason, as we were talking about me watching two gay guys have sex, and if he would be okay with that, and he wasn't okay with that, and so I had to dig deeper and figure out why would make someone comfortable with that. Um, especially if they're gay. Why does it bother him? I was like, is it the fact that it's some men? Is it the fact that you don't want me around anything men related sexually? Or like, what is it? And so we went it really spewed into like a whole thing of
Oh
other
my!
things. And it just started so weird. It started so innocently because I was just like, because I do like to ask random weird questions.
You did say that.
Yeah. So and yeah, so
And you like to dig.
and I just like to, yeah, I want to know, I always want to know where something stemmed from, like
Yeah.
root. And a lot of times it goes back to childhood every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just be wondering, like, what was your childhood like? How did your parents fuck you up?
Those are real questions.
Real good. Yeah, we
Okay.
learned a lot about each other.
That would definitely open a conversation to so much more.
Yeah,
Like, even the digging would open the conversation to so much more. Even for you, because I know Ty asks a lot of questions when she's digging.
No,
But do
it
you?
helped me out. I mean, it started with a complete no, but it actually, changed. So I was just learning what I can actually be comfortable with, even digging deeper to why I even had those feelings to begin with.
that's the intent.
Okay, Ty doing her job. So much. Okay, who is the better cook?
Huh.
Well, it's kind of different
Yeah.
because she's vegan and I eat,
Oh, okay.
so I
Yeah.
don't cook the vegan stuff
Yeah.
as much.
Okay.
Yeah, and the kids are very particular with their taste buds too. So
Okay.
I wouldn't cook his food the same way I would cook theirs. And stuff.
Okay.
So it's like all around. Then we
Yeah.
have our signature dishes.
Okay.
That's a hit. But yeah, it's kind of like just all over. You should cook one.
Cooking with Ty and Ruben. Okay. If you were to roast your partner in a loving way, use one sentence to roast each other in a loving way.
I didn't say. Oh, you're just so beautiful. You have a small
Nice. Thanks.
Your turn, baby.
You should have let her go first. You should have never went first. You should have never went first.
Yeah, just copied your voice.
Oh, my voice?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid voice.
Say that.
Oh, sorry.
No, no, no. You have a nice voice. It's just her loving roast. It's her loving roast.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys were on a dating, I mean, if you guys were on a surviving show like Survivor, which of you would survive?
A surviving show.
Yeah, like Survivor. You know the show
Oh,
Survivor.
me.
Which one of you would survive? You would survive. Do you vote her too?
No, oh, it can only be one, or
It can
can
only
you
be
vote?
one.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I mean, that's a little different. I think I would, because I feel like I have survival instincts, and then also like I'm a mom because I'm gonna find a way to do everything. I mean, but you've been through basics, though,
Mm.
yeah. I mean,
so maybe you may have.
Y'all both have some really good survival questions. Survival techniques.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all might actually survive together. I do see that. They're saying choose one, but I do see y'all surviving together. Okay. And last but not, oh no, wait, what's the funniest nickname you have for each other?
oh man,
Boobus
that was.
or Ruby Booby.
Oh, Ruby Booby is so cute.
I don't have any cool nicknames for her. It's just baby.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, this is the last question. Finish this sentence. Our relationship is blank because blank.
Our relationship is healthy.
Because we communicate effectively.
Tonight's show has been sponsored by, well, Bianca Studios, of course, a platform for multiple shows and podcast opportunities. Host your own podcast show here. Right now, we have the Recipe Podcast, Late Night Chats with Bianca, The Voice of Children Suffering in Silence, Black Love Baltimore, and Surviving Parenthood Talk Show that will be airing soon. Subscribe to watch all of them. Rebuilding the Village Resource Center, helping rebuild families one step at a time, located in the Park Heights community. Services and support we offer are many. Puppy Obsessions, quality puppies, kittens raised with love. Over 15 years experience, I've been breeding these babies. Echoes of Love, honoring life, cherishing memories, personalized video tributes, and so much more. Reach out to us for your memorial needs. We also have Echoes of Love for our fur babies. We offer the same services. All you need to do is reach out to us if you need us. Nailed by Smiley, nail design artist, beautiful nails, beautiful you. Go ahead and get your nails done. Butter the Stylist hairstyles. Butter the Stylist does her thing. You need to go ahead and put your head in her hands and let her work her magic. You won't be disappointed. Blink Beauty Collective. Enhance your beauty. Book now for exclusive luxury beauty services. Get those lashes and eyebrows done. The Voice of Children Suffering in Silence. This is one that I hold near and dear to my heart. This organization was created to help children not only find their voice, but use their voice and turn their pain into power. Turn your pain into power and allow it to fuel your purpose. When you tell your story, you not only become a voice for the voiceless, you become a voice for the child who suffers silently inside of you. Your story needs to be told, and I would love for you to be a guest on our show to tell your story, to start the healing process, and to inspire those who need healing. Just Mommy and Me. 16 years of love, support, and empowerment. I have been blessed to be an advocate and a counselor for young mothers transitioning in and through motherhood. It is something that has been a blessing for me to be a part of, and I am here to continue that work. If you are a young mother in need of support, please do not hesitate to reach out. Her hidden collection, versatile styles that will make you feel amazing. Make sure you book with Muda the stylist. And Queens of Transformations, declutter, organize, and decorate with Akira, Kamani, and Kyra. That's me and my daughters coming in to transform your space from messy to magnificent. Make sure you reach out to us for services. Miss B's
Beauty, business, and empowerment built by me for me to inspire you. All of these services are from me and my daughters. So make sure you support. Anything you need, I'm sure we can accommodate. And last but not least, you are cordially invited to share your Black love story right here in Bianca Studios. All you have to do is reach out. You can send us an email at blacklovebaltimore@gmail.com, or you can send us an inbox via Facebook or Instagram. I am your host, Bianca. Remember, Black Love Baltimore is bringing you love, empowerment, and real stories celebrating Black love in our charm city. And I am just a gal who loves love, and also the executive producer, creative director, film by me, videography by me. That's kind of the same thing. Okay, either way. I do all of this by myself, okay? And I just want y'all to know, work with me, pray with me, that it only gets better with time. Because you know how you started from the bottom, now I'm here? Okay, I already feel like that. But I am looking forward to getting better with every episode. So I hope that you all are enjoying Black Love Baltimore and Bianca Studios. Don't forget to get on over there and subscribe not only to Bianca Studios on YouTube, but to Black Love Baltimore on YouTube. See y'all next Friday.